Hey everybody, it's Loon and Bell. I was getting ready to work on my paint and I was going to try something different with it. And y'all kind of noticing how I'm glowing. And I want to kind of have a frank conversation with people, especially if you're new to your gifts. And I'm being reminded, well, I was targeted by, I don't know when they started. I know family members were involved. But I also, what I'm referencing now is the online group on, especially on TikTok. I know there was a local psychic medium here in town. I call her the Hoodoo Voodoo Queenie Bee Bitch and her minion. Because I don't know, she probably is still on TikTok or whatever, but who gives a fuck? But I know they carry their targeting and their gang stalking on online. And I know that they are also affiliated, well, they're part of the human trafficking, okay? It's a whole organization that's wild, that's deep. But also, some of the things I had noticed when I first started on TikTok, y'all, I used to post my poetry on TikTok. I'd always start out doing it on my phone. And later on, I started handwriting it out, but I always did it on my phone. And then I would post it on my TikTok account. Now, y'all, I've had my intellectual property stolen. I've had my inheritance estate stolen by organized crime, by human traffickers that are associated with my family. This is also deeply connected to the Epstein bullshit. And but it's also connected to energy harvesting, people stealing inheritances. Now, they would target people. What I noticed, and what is part of the investigation, is I had noticed that they were targeting people who were vulnerable. Psychics and mediums would target people who had lost someone recently. Like me, one of the first psychic who brought my late husband through is actually connected to this as well, and her friend. But also, after my interaction with Swamp Dick and Nutter Butter, bitch, I had no idea about the relationship or anything else, nor did I know. I suspected that Swamp Dick was bi, but who gives a fuck? Didn't know that he was in a poly relationship or anything. But what I noticed is that on TikTok in particular, I was being hit up. I'm gonna just use that old slang expression: hit up by men that had women that were already partners, but they were open. I've never been involved with that, and I knew actually nothing about it. One of the ones, there was one over in Georgia, and actually he has the same name as my son, but there was one up in New York who actually taught me a lot about lifestyles. I mean, there was a lot of things I just didn't know, like pineapple juice. I didn't know about all that stuff, and he was the one who told me that. I mean, I learned a lot of basic things. But what I want to do, though, is bring an awareness to people who were like me. I didn't remember my own gifts and all because of the blocking and everything. I am a victim survivor of MK Ultra and so much abuse from the day I was born. My mama has SA and trafficked all of her children from the day they were born. And she is part of organized crime. Anyhow, the online targeting and energy harvesting. Who knew? One of the individuals that I had that started speaking to me and started following me after my interaction with Swamp Dick was at Dave 1979. And I don't get that. I don't. And even now, my mind's still going, what the fuck was all that bullshit? At first, I believed him. But, because I've never met him in person. I've been stalked by him in person. I've had him, walk by me in a park I walk here in town. I know that he was involved with Nutter Butter and Swamp Dick on personal levels. I know that he is supposedly an adult film star, a gay one. But he told me in the very beginning that he didn't like men, that he could be with, a man and a woman, but no man was ever going to touch him, not ever. I mean, he put it like that. Y'all, I didn't realize this until that he was an adult film star until I Googled it after he and Cryptic Fuck Bitch had my second TikTok account blocked. I mean, permanently banned. Bitch. And I actually didn't realize that he was saying that we were in a relationship or anything else. Bitch, I had no fucking idea. You gotta let a bitch know. And I had no idea I was competing with anybody. Bitch, there was no competition. Bitch, I wasn't even playing. I mean, allegedly, he asked me to marry him on TikTok through her. What this was, though, was a bullshit game that they play with not only me, but many people. Energy harvesting is a very real thing. See, at Dave 1979 is a very skilled psychic empath. He's like me. He can feel everything you're feeling. And he's very good at stimulating and harvesting your sexual energy. One of the first times I spoke to him on the phone, I had noticed that immediately. I could feel him, the tingling in my sexual organs. He was doing this deliberately. And this was probably almost 4 years ago, I reckon. I don't even know now. But see, March will be 5 years when my late husband passed. So about 4 years. Because I had started seeing, but Swamp Dick, we were fuck buddies, and that was about 10 months after my husband had passed. But anyhow, he knows exactly what he's doing, and I'm not the only one. He's done it to many other readers and psychics and creators on TikTok. Many. This is energy harvesting without an individual's consent. I consider this energetic essaying, and that's putting it the nice way. When I realized that, and he is very gifted at telepathy and everything else, he'll try mind control and everything else. Anyhow, I didn't understand what he and Cryptic Fuck Bitch were doing. I can tell you that there were posts where Cryptic Fuck Bitch would have like, oh, did you change your phone number? What cologne, what perfume, what lotion do you wear? And I know I was not the only one who put my responses in there. Many of you did. Many of us did. Baby, they're probably trying to copy your shit too, because I know I am not their only one. Because I am an author, I am a poet, I'm a painter, I am a psychic medium, and I have helped solve many of murders or missing persons on my own. Now, he is actively involved, I know, at least with one of my copycats, Nutter Butter, Swamp Dick, and Cryptic Fuck Bitch, and at Dave 79, and some of his other friends, including the first psychic medium that channeled my late husband through for me. Now, these people will use and weaponize their gift to target people like me. And still, this is one of the reasons I'm speaking out, because not only did I have my inheritance stolen from me, and y'all, this was almost $6 billion left to me by my late husband, and then the estate of my late in-laws. That's a massive amount of money. And allegedly, there's some, I don't know if it's true or not, of a false marriage. I'm not married to anybody. I'm a widow. Now, one of the things I will tell you about at Dave 1979 is that he is within what is called the BDSM community. Bitch, I had no idea. Don't matter to me, but I thought you were just bi, and I thought you were in denial, And then you kept going on. I was targeting you about your lifestyle. Bitch, you told me you were straight. Uh, I'm not the one confused. But the other thing I want to speak about is like when I first started on TikTok, y'all, I had no memory or knowledge about my gifts. I was just reawakening because of the trauma of my husband's passing triggered that reawakening back in me. I was vulnerable and had no knowledge, and I was targeted by a huge organization. And part of the organization that is part of this Epstein, they do a lot of energy harvesting. A lot of the victims they do find on target are on TikTok. There are many people that are like me who had lost their spouse and go to psychics online or whatever, and you're targeted. I'd have people sending me requests for money, or all of a sudden, y'all, I didn't have Snapchat, and all of a sudden, oh, get Snapchat, I'll give you a call. Can you send me $25? Bitch, yeah, I'll send you 25. I don't mind. I didn't realize I was being used. But I want people to be aware. I'm a psychic medium. I love what I do. I love to bring people through. But I'm not going to rob you blind, and I'm not going to target you. And one of the last things at Dave 1979 Encrypted Fuck Bitch were doing was sending me unaliving magic. They were sending me flat out death magic. Because I was like, no, bitch. And I had blocked him and I had blocked her. And I kept saying, quit stalking me. Leave me the fuck alone. Just stop. Leave me alone and quit stalking me. I can tell you that he has hacked my devices ever since I've known him. Ever since he started speaking to me. That this is connected to Nutter Butter and Swamp Dick, and this is part of human trafficking. And that Swamp Dick has he's connected to all the way up to New York. Where did Cryptic Fuck Bitch and at Dave 1979 go? When I said something to him about, bitch, I want all my money back. Every bit of it. Everything, because someone allegedly has a false power of attorney or conservatorship over my estate and me, and saying they're married to me allegedly. Bitch, I ain't married to nobody. I ain't married to nobody, and I can tell you at Dave 1979 is also connected to the Morgan Stanley company that had knowledge of my late in-laws and my late husband's estates and insurance policies and whatnot. I got a lot of questions. Not only that, is he was also connected to a judge within his own family and many others. This is organized crime. I suppose I could take my gloves off. But, I want people to be aware. And because I'm a gifted psychic medium. But y'all, I didn't realize what the fuck was going on. And even now I'm like, what the fuck? Because I'm still waiting for what is rightfully mine to be returned to me. My inheritance and my estates, my identity, my intellectual property. Not just my poetry, but even paintings were stolen out of my home. Even my abilities as a psychic medium. I even had, when I first started on TikTok, I'm not sure how many months of the income that I was making from my followers and my subscribers that I would receive, that monthly subscribers. So many of us do that. I didn't receive that for, I don't know how long, for 6 to 9 first year of me doing TikTok. And I kept going, where's my money? Why am I not getting paid? And a lot of it was simply due to my own ignorance. Y'all, I am computer illiterate. This is the first first computer I've had since dial-up. And, at Dave 1979, y'all, he's hacked my shit from the very beginning. He still does. But Y'all, I didn't even know anything about magic. I had to learn along the way. And like I said, my husband, well, March 14th will be 5 years. Bitch, y'all, I'm a baby when it comes to witchcraft or crafting anything. I truly am. I don't know much. I'm intuitive as hell about my crafting. I don't have to do anything. All I have to do is think it. Y'all, one of the things I did do, and they did send me some death magic and mostly cryptic fuck bitch, but at Dave 1979 was doing it as well. They were trying to affect my heart, the carotid. They wanted, like a stroke, but also the aortic, even DIC, bitch. It's a good thing I used to be a nurse. When I realized it, what I did was shuffle it off to at Dave 1979. And because I'm a psychic empath and he's a psychic empath, and I want y'all to understand this, he's part of the BDSM community. He enjoys pain. He especially enjoys the psychological pain he causes somebody or they cause somebody, especially if they don't know or realize that they are being hurt or who is hurting them. I didn't realize at Dave 1979 and Cryptic Fuck Bitch were trying to make fun of me and trying to say I was doing this or I was doing that, and bitch, no, I wasn't. No, I wasn't, bitch. I didn't know I was fucking competing. Bitch, I wasn't even competing. I wasn't even playing. I didn't even know you were involved with Cryptic Fuck Bitch. Anyhows, they enjoyed the psychological torture and pain they cause people. One of the things they did, and I remember the date, June 28th. I've been terrified about my youngest daughter and my grandson. Because if anything happened to my daughter, and see, one of the things I had kept saying and trying to get out to people and tell them that if they're trying to unalive me for insurance or my estate, to inherit my estate and then an insurance policy, then they would also do that to my children. June 28th or 26th, at Dave 1979 told me that my youngest daughter had been murdered. I'll never forget. My kids have been a part of this, but I don't know how much. But I don't care. Those are my youngins. For anybody to do what he did in that cryptic puppet, to lead me to believe that my youngin had passed, and that someone, and I don't know who, had custody of my grandbaby, knowing they wanted my grand youngin for his inheritance and his estate. And I'll freely tell you that at Dave 1979 is a PDFer and an essayer of them. That he's tied to Cryptic Nutter Butter and Swamp Dick with the production, as well as Cryptic Fuck Dick with the production and actual doing of the essaying of Kitty Corn. June 28th. Hold on. I was so upset, and I went and had a pedicure and manicure. And I was so upset and fighting tears, going, no, it can't be true. And it was when I was starting to realize he just enjoys the pain, the psychological torture.
the people at the nail salon didn't realize it that day, and they probably don't know it now. But they were helping me overcome someone telling me that my youngest, that my baby was gone. I hear now that she's not, and I hope not. One moment. The healing that I have done by focusing on me, even on something as small as self-care as getting a manicure or a pedicure, has brought me back to the point I'm at now. But I speak openly and plainly about what these people do. They enjoy pain, but this is more than what I think is inside a BDSM community. This is things my mama would do. My mama has Munchausen by proxy with all the tendencies, but she was also part of the MK Ultra program. My mama was deep into magic, and I didn't realize it until not long ago. Both of my ankles have been broken twice. Both times I just woke up and had no memory of breaking my bones. Had no knowledge of how they were broke. They were just broke. If that tells you anything, if y'all know anything about magic. I still don't know how that's done. But these people, and I know they're part of the investigation. There's been an ongoing investigation with me for several years now. But I know for a fact that the movement of money within the estates of my late husband and my late in-laws, the investigation probably started 9 years ago and has come to its conclusion. Here, we have a team of 9 local honest cops here in town. Is it correct that this investigation is concluded? And is that day, 1979, one of the ones that is part of this, that stole my inheritance, my identity, and my intellectual property? My poetry, especially my poetry. I think he may have published my poetry. Dick, you're in trouble. But I can tell you also, I don't mind lifting this up and letting you see it. He is also a serial essayer, and I'm putting that the nice way, of the youngins. But anybody and everybody. But he is also a serial unaliver. There's a dumping ground over in Savannah that I recently channeled out for the authorities that are investigating. I believe it was 52. Is it 52 or 57 bodies? It's 57 was it keeps increasing. But this is multiple serial unalivers, okay? That is a dumping ground of multiple serial unalivers. It's part of the human trafficking. And this is a worldwide organization that is connected to Epstein. And a lot of these people and they do actually do a lot of energy harvesting, especially of the sacred sexual energy online, on TikTok. They find many honeypot scam people, such as myself, their victims, online, on TikTok, through other mediums and psychics that are part of this organization. The first psychic that read for me brought my husband through free, targeted me.
not just my family. But, y'all, one of the things I did learn, though, with my own magic was I shuffled off, kind of mirrored it. People call it mirroring it. And that's how I imagine it. And most of it would come from Cryptic Fuck Bitch and him, and I just shuffled it off to him because I was like, I'm so tired of dealing with y'all's bullshit and your bullshit magic. Bitch, I'm putting it all in your lap. And it hit him. I mean, I could feel a little of it, but that's because I'm a psychic empath and I will feel what you feel in your body. I will feel it when you fart. He was getting all of her death magic, not me. I don't think they're doing well, though. I've noticed a lot of some of the other readers, well-known readers on TikTok that show up on my personal Facebook page now. I will tell you, I did do a crafting, and I did tell at Dave 1979 and Cryptic Fuck Bitch that their truth would be known, and that they would admit it publicly on their public social media platforms, what they did to me, but to others. They'd brag about it. But not only that, that their truth would be known from the inside out of them. It would smell like the rot. It would smell like rotting flesh from the inside out. That's actually what's happening to their bodies. That is the smell of their truth, of their spirit, of their energetic signature. It smells of rotting flesh, because that is the essence of their truth, of their energetic being. Rotting flesh. I know I've heard on Facebook and YouTube, y'all, because it's a rare thing for me to get on TikTok now. I can't even, did I get on yesterday? I don't think I did. Have I been on in the last 2 or 3 days? I don't even bother. I mean, it's like, bitch, I'll see you on YouTube, or I'll see you on Facebook if I need to. But y'all, my content, I only put my content on YouTube now. And occasionally I'll put a few things on my personal Facebook page. But otherwise, it's going to be on my YouTube account. Please be aware, I do have copycats and people who have stolen my identity, my inheritance, my estate, my intellectual property, my gifts as a psychic medium, all the work I've done as a psychic medium. You see that actually, y'all, I've solved a lot of unsolved murders and unsolved missing person cases. Okay. And they are not the first ones. The local hoodoo Queenie Bee bitch actually wrote a book about my first one, and I only charged them $20. It was a $20 reading that I did on my first TikTok account, and I did the rest of it for free. And that was my first case, and that wasn't long after I had first started my TikTok. And I'm pretty proud of myself. But y'all, and I actually have to tell you that I'm grateful for everything I've been through. I don't recommend it, but it's brought me to where I'm at now. And I'm looking at my painting there and thinking about what I was going to do next, trying something different. I'm actually thinking about putting some crystals on it. Here, I'll show you. I hope y'all can see. But you can see I have some of my rose quartz, moonstone, some of the onyx, I believe, I can't remember what it is, amethyst, the lapis, but I also have some colored stones. And you can see my painting there. Hold on. You know, the truly disturbing thing is that when at Dave 1979 realized that I used to dive, that after my youngest daughter was born, no, it was before she was born, that I took dive lessons. My husband wanted me to take dive lessons. And the man that roofied me and essayed me up here at a local pub, I had mentioned to at Dave 1979 that he was a member of the dive club that my husband and I belonged to. Next thing I heard on TikTok was Cryptic Fuck Bitch was getting some dive lessons. Bitch, you ain't going. Has she gone diving yet? Will she go diving? Bitch, you ain't gonna make that trip, honey. I'm gonna just tell you that right the fuck now. My ancestors are hell, okay? And I'm gonna tell you right the fuck now. Archangel Michael don't like your ass. Do you like her? He said, fuck no, fuck no. Even Lucifer don't like y'all's ass. I ain't gonna lie. Lucifer said he's gonna shit down your fucking throat. I'm gonna just tell you right there. Look, I love you. Y'all, I work with everything above, below, and everything in between, but that's part of my path. And y'all, Anubis and Mother Hecate, Mother Hecate's like, don't forget me, B. Don't forget me, B. Is that right, Mother? I love Mother Hecate. Look, Dave, at Dave 1979, Encrypted Fuck Bitch, I know what you do. I know what you're into, human sacrifice, bitch. Don't think I didn't channel that shit out, honey. And they found the bodies. Allegedly. Okay? Yeah, Mother Hecate and her dog, Cerubius. Don't forget her dog, baby. Watch those vultures. I noticed it was 32 on there. Is that right, Mother Hecate? Are you telling her to watch out for your dog, Cerubius? But not only that, baby. Watch out for the vultures. That smell of rotting flesh. Bitch, y'all like fucking fly tape to the vultures. I ain't gonna lie. The smell of your truth, of your energetic being, or your soul, if you want to call it that, honey. The truth of your soul, that rotting smell of flesh from the inside out. Bitch, you are fly tape for fucking vultures. You're fucking fly tape for fucking vultures. Yum yums. Bon appetit, motherfucker. Bon appetit. And my copycats, all of you, y'all have to live through everything I have, through every lifetime I've been through, to get to this moment in time where I'm at right now. Not only in my gifts, but in my healing. May it be blessed, blessed be. Not only does Mother Hecate say, hey, baby, I put you in the care of Anubis. You'll spend some time with him. Many lifetimes. Many.